My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
A very good morning from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to the Gallop TV selection show for the race meeting that takes place at Hollywoodbets Greyville on the 10th of March on Sunday. It's an absolute pleasure to be working alongside Rahil Radhakrishna, and hopefully we can find some decent bets for you on the card. Good morning, Rahil. How are you doing?
Good, thanks on yourself, Devon. Obviously looking forward to the race meeting on Sunday. 8 races on the program, and it's good to be back on the turf especially, and looking forward to it. I think we can guide the guys in the right direction, and as you mentioned, hopefully we can find some nice value selections on the day.
Excellent stuff. Now let's get straight into it. Race 1 will jump at 12:30. It's over 1,000 meters. But before we give you the selections, we have got some reruns for you of number 3 Kalahari Roller, as well as an interview with Stuart Ferry and Rachel Vinegar. Let's take a look at that first.
Still there, coming to the 200-metre marker though, and it's Grovefield by a length and a half. Kalahari Roller's trying to throw out the challenge. Grovefield is continuing on though, and it's Grovefield, not for the catching, wins it comfortably. Second will go to Kalahari Roller. Third, maybe pull a fast one, and then Glamours.
Yeah, he's a nice little horse. Obviously not ideal to start it first time around the bend, but draw once, we had to take our chances. I think he'll be green, but if he doesn't give a good account of himself, I'll be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, Venstall's a nice gelding. He obviously it's his first start. He probably is going to be a bit green. He's a nice sort though, so we'll just be hoping for him to take the experience nicely.
Well, there you heard those interviews as well as watched those reruns. Number 3 Kalahari Roller ran an absolute cracker on debut, finishing 2.4 lengths behind Grovefield on that occasion. Take note, was at long odds, drifted out in the betting to around about 33 to 1. Excuse me. Now, this has got to be a massive player here for top honors, number 3 Kalahari Roller, but I will just tread with caution because I see number 8, that is Luhamba Pambili, opened at around about 4 to 1 in the betting market. So perhaps maybe the exactas, trifectas, or maybe a quartet bet could be the way to go, because number 8 Luhamba Pambili is very, very well bred, and coming from the Gareth van Zyl yard, they'll probably have this one ready. So I'm expecting a big performance from number 8. I'm not going head on with number 3, which is the current 9 to 10 favorite.
I think number 3 definitely sets the standard in this contest because it was a smart run on debut, and when it comes to these juveniles, experience counts for a hell of a lot, and he's got the experience under the belt. But for all of these runners, it's their first time going around a turn, so that's obviously brings about a new test for them. But Kalahari Roller, I'm sure he would have learnt a lot with that run under the belt, and he's sure to come on with that. Number 1, Stuart Ferry was quite positive about the chances of this 2-year-old son of Socrates. Yes. He did mention he'd be disappointed if he doesn't put up a good performance on debut, despite him probably a horse that might be green around the turn for the first time, but draw 1, obviously an advantage. And then number 2, the Mikado from the Frank Robinson yard, Calvin Abib takes a ride. He's a 2-year-old son of the non-platina. Frank mentions is a nice horse, if not too green, can run into the places, and he is the second favorite at around 7 to 2 in the market. So he's got to be respected as well. So in terms of the first timers, it does seem to be numbers 1 and 2 that the comments do seem to be a bit more upbeat than the rest. But you heard from Devon, number 8. Luhamba Pambili is definitely a runner that needs to go in, but there's no doubt that number 3 Kalahari Roller is definitely the one to beat. In terms of the bipot, Devon, how many horses would you look to include? Personally, I'd wait until race time before making my final assessment.
Yes, I will keep a close eye on the market and also watch these horses going down to the start before making your final decision. But obviously you have to throw in number 3 Kalahari Roller, but I'm leaning towards number 8 Luhamba Pambili, because this is a beautifully bred individual. If I'm not mistaken, I remember the mother, Simply Royal. This one achieved a decent enough rating, so I would really like to see how this individual performs.
Well, that's race number 1. Just a reminder, number 4 Valiva is scratched, and if there is any further scratching, do take note of that before race time.
it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.